Howdy folks, we've got me versus Port, and Triggz is on the call as well. Oh, this is me versus you.
Oh, interesting. I mean,
Well, that's not what I thought was
maybe
gonna go. Do you want to make a new video? You want to make a new video and we'll record the game I thought we were gonna record later? I have no idea what this
Let's
is.
do a completely random game.
Alright, completely random game. Oh no, this is you versus Port. Oh, I know why I say this.
Oh no, it's the one I lost. Then let's cast
No,
another
we're gonna
one.
cast this one because we're gonna cast a couple games in this video, which is basically how I think the Burning Spears are totally broken versus Fire Nature. So we'll start with Triggz. Triggz losing to Burning Spears, and you know, maybe Radical will see this video and give us some pointers on how Fire Nature can actually survive. But that's what I think this is. I think this is you dying to Port's Burning Spears, and then we'll have a couple replays of me doing the same thing.
Yeah, could be. I don't quite remember that.
Okay, Port's going instant tier 2. He is afraid to fight your nature tier 1. I can't blame him. And then you go also with Fire Nature.
Oh,
So,
I was playing Twilight.
yes, you're playing Twilight. So here, let me say, right now, this is the reason why I think that Nature is worse than Fire in Twilight decks. Because you can't stay +1. If you were Fire, you could stay +1 like this all day long, and you'd be fine. But Nature can't do that, and so you just, you know...
I agree with you.
Yeah.
Nature tier 1 is very restricted.
I mean, it can be good
in
things,
playing
right?
actively.
But in terms of synergy with Fire Nature, I think it doesn't have it. Okay, so we've got Burning Spears. You make a counter to Burning Spears. Burning Spears are ravaged. You decide not to focus the Burning Spears. I think that's a fine decision. He's got the Rallying Banner up here. Keep in mind, this is so early in the game. This is 2 minutes in. The Rallying Banner is just objectively too early because he just doesn't have power to support. That Wildfire is going to kill everything, though. Good dodge, good dodge.
Freaking wildfire ahead. That's bad.
Yes.
I
By
think
the way,
he kicks that, right?
yeah, exactly. This Rallying Banner did nothing.
Eruption and
Right.
yeah.
All it did was give him ground presence for the Eruption. The Enforcer did nothing either. So,
Yeah, it's crazy.
Burning Spears versus Fire Nature, everybody.
Yeah, that was actually crazy.
So, yeah.
I shouldn't have let them go to my well though.
I think you can
Maybe.
win. Well, I don't know what you could do to stop it. I think you got enough tempo. You can actually push this and win. But let
Yeah,
me
it
go to
got
Port's
huge tempo now.
You got huge tempo, right? But just the fact that Port was able to do that, that's why I think this matchup is so bad, right? Because imagine if the Void Power was a little higher, and he couldn't just do that.
But honestly, he invested a lot though.
He did invest a lot, right? But you know, you can see how well he can defend, right? We can look at this, right? Whose score do you want to see? We can look at yours. You got it. Okay, you got enough for a heal now. Very nice heal. So that's going to be huge.
Yeah.
Your Drake dies. So you got tier 2 versus tier 1. So this could be huge for you, except you don't have a ton of power.
It was really bad ravage though. On the Wild Blood.
Yeah. And
So I'm trying to keep the presence around the orb.
If you can prevent him from going tier 2 again, you're gonna win. But that's what you have to do, because he's got more power than you. He's got 50% more power than you this whole time. I don't.
Yeah, the moment. Sorry.
Yeah, I don't agree with the minions personally, because I think Scavenger counters them too well. I think Burrower would have been the move, because you want to force him to play Sunstrikers.
Yeah, and also very useless ravage, useless minions.
Yeah, well, you got it on the Vile Blood, so it's not useless, but
I don't have enough energy to keep that attack up.
exactly, yeah.
Invested too much in transformation and
Yeah.
That was very bad use of tempo. I should have used it much better than I could have closed the game out there.
Yeah, so how would you use the tempo? Because I think you do have to kill an orb. I think if you just kill it well, you're back where you started.
Well, I kicked two things of him and he kicked one. So that's at least 100 advantage.
How did you
But
kick
it's
two
not
things
game
of his?
changing.
You kicked one orb, that's it.
But I should have played it slower. That's clear.
Well, you said you kicked two of his things, and I'm not sure how you kicked two of his things.
If I kicked something, that's what I'm saying.
Oh, okay, but... No, anyway. The Burning Spears are at your base. I don't know how you're going to stop them. You can root them, but you can't kill them.
Yeah.
And Port just makes another Burning Spears. You can't root... Alright, so let me figure out which one of these was my Burning Spears. Okay, that was your Burning Spears. Let's just move that out of the replays.
Burning spears of
What's that?
the replay name.
Oh, yes. That's why I clicked it. I thought it was me complaining about his Burning Spears, but it's actually... what's this? This one. Ready?
1 second. Trying to stand radical the replay real quick.
Alright, let me know when you're ready. And we'll bang out probably 2 more of these. This one and one more. We've got 2 losses against Port that I sent radical, and there's a couple more losses. A couple wins too, I think, but hard to separate them all now.
I'll send it to him later. No, never mind.
All
It
right.
would take like a couple of minutes.
Alright, you ready?
Yep.
Alright, howdy folks. This time, this is not Port. This is Elo Hungary. Well, same difference. This is probably another Fire Nature versus Pure Fire matchup where I'm gonna lose 2 Burning Spears. That's
Elo Hungry Fire T1 is very unusual though.
Oh, how so?
I'm used to him playing Shadow Frost.
Oh, interesting. Well, let's say this is the deck he's beating me with. He wasn't beating me with the other decks, so he kept playing this one against me in ranked.
Oh, interesting.
Because again, as we're seeing, maybe it's just a me problem, but I can't handle Burning Spears whatsoever. So, pro tip for everybody trying to farm me for Elo, just Pure Fire Tier 2. If you survive the Tier 1 against me, you're probably going to win, because I can't do squat about Burning Spears.
You've heard that, Ethan.
What's that?
Use Burning Spears.
What's that? I didn't quite catch what you said.
I said you've heard that, Ethan. If he's a fire player. Boxing Chester.
Are you doing part German, part English, or am I just not hearing you very well?
Is my mic very scuffed? Can you hear me?
I can hear you, yeah. Just a couple words I just don't understand what you're saying. Elo got a decent eruption against me, and I think he's going to clear out my units. So he's got a good position Tier 1. And he's decided to take a well, and I'm going Tier 2. Which you can do as Fire Nature, because holding the +1 against Fire Nature Tier 2 is not that easy. There's no score here. Did you notice that?
That's weird.
But
Maybe that's why the replay is broken.
Your forces are under attack.
But yeah, so I've
The icon.
got the Twilight minions. I think this is probably too early to attack, but I wanted to attack here where he had no units. And I think he's just going to be able to hit me out with the Scavenger. So, not a great attack. And then my attack here, he's going to focus me, so bad hurricane. Yeah. So I've not been playing this especially well. So, yeah, definitely not the best game I'm playing. But clearly Elo Hungry made a mistake because the game lasts longer than 2 minutes. And, you know, mistake is a hard word to say because defending Tier 2 Fire Nature is really tough.
Was it a ranked game?
Yeah, this is ranked. Oh, I know what happened. The replay didn't save for some reason. So I asked, I pulled the replay from the server, basically. So that's probably why there's no score.
I see.
But yeah, so this is the dangerous thing, right? I've bound his units. Now I'm going for an attack. What Elo Hungry needs to do is to attack me and force a base trade. Because he's not going to be able to catch up to this guy. And as he makes his army here, I'm just going to root them and then kill his orb with tempo. You can see I've got a lot of power, right? He's got a lot of power too, but I'm coming back this way and probably I'm going to make some units. There we go. Burrowers to attack down here. You can see the wall is actually mostly paid off, so he's not in such a bad position.
I'm not sure why he gets baited like that.
Oh, what do you mean?
Like, you played it very well,
Thank
but you shouldn't have let him bait like that.
I agree. I think he should have gone offensive.
Oh my god, triple eruption?
Yeah, so that's a huge lead for me. He's still got a lot of power, right? But I could potentially wipe this out with Lava Field, so that is... I'm back in the game. I'm not going to say that
That's how you made it back, yeah?
Yeah, exactly. I'm not going to say I'm winning, but the position of being Tier 2 versus Tier 1 is really strong, especially being Fire Nature. So I can almost certainly defend his counterattack. If he goes +1, it's a little bit harder, but probably doable. So it's, yeah, tough position.
How much energy is he sitting on?
He's got almost 200.
Oh.
Yeah, but the problem is that he can't really use it that effectively, right? Because if he just spams units, I can... yeah, there we go. Spamming eruptions on Drake is probably the best way he can use his energy, but now he does not have a ton of energy anymore. And you can see that I've cleaned up his Tier 1 army, and now it's looking very bad for him. I think he should have gone Tier 2.
Yeah, that's what I would have asked now.
Yeah, so he goes Tier 2, and I've got still like almost 200 power of units tempo, so I could do something good. I think I just wanted to deny his ground presence. I'm not sure if I should have chased them all the way out there, but that's what I did. And you can see I've got a lot of power here, right? So my thought was that I would take a well here. I can kind of lock him out of the map, and then he can't get Tier 3, and I just chill until I can go Tier 3 and kill him. That was my thought.
What is the white difference right now?
So right now I've got, in addition to my 180 on the field and 226 here, I've got 265 in the void, and he's got 341 in the void. So I think it's actually, well, I don't want to do that. You want to do the math? I think it's pretty even, right?
Yeah.
Maybe like 40 power for me or something like that. I can't see the score, but you can see that he got 70 power to the well. So from that perspective, I'm 30 power ahead, and I probably traded a little bit better. So I would guess about 40 power.
That was a weird double eruption.
No, I think that was worth it. If I don't kill his Gladiatrix, it was worth it, right? Because I spent 150 power, he spent 150 power. So as long as the Gladiatrix lives, it was an even trade. Does that make sense? Does that make sense?
Makes sense, but
Okay.
makes sense, but you could root it, right?
I could root it, yeah, and I probably will. I'm just being greedy and not...
Way too late.
Yeah, exactly. I shouldn't be letting it get so far away. On the other hand, Gladiatrix is kind of useless, so I'm fine if Gladiatrix binds power. There's the first Wildfire. Got
Good one.
good lava field, but the problem is I let him get too close to my base. So these guys attack, so I can probably force a base trade. And if I can make orb trades, that's good, right? Because I want to keep his power as low as possible. So if taking this well means that we eventually trade wells, it's fine. But yeah, you can see that there's just no way to defend this, in my opinion.
So you just let it die.
I just let it die and go for a well trade. And then this was dumb of me. I should have just moved around here, but I thought I had enough power I could push, and I didn't.
I see.
I was just a little bit
Yeah,
short, so that's unfortunate. And now I'm back in a bad position. But yeah, that was my thought. I think there's just no way to defend the Burning Spears. That's what I'm saying. I don't know. You guys can watch. I'm sure there's ways I could play better. And in this particular game, right, if I just micro around the wildfire, of course I'm kicking the well and still in a good position. I just like to take the well.
What's the void level right now?
64 plus 457 plus crawlers, and he's got, 500 and change plus.
Yeah, so he has like the bound units.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's still pretty close.
It's still pretty even if you lost the well.
Exactly, yeah. So I'm not out of it yet. But we were getting that stage, right, where if those Burning Spears reach my base, I'm done. So I gotta keep them away from my base somehow. And
key objective number 1.
yeah, exactly.
Prevent Burning Spears.
Exactly, right? It's just such a hard. I feel like just such a hard matchup, right? I don't even know how I can attack, right? Because Twilight Crawlers get absolutely demolished by Enforcers. And then Burning Spears beat Vile Blood, so what unit can I attack with? Oh, that was bad.
Yeah.
That was bad. And the heal was a little late.
Oh, and the heal. That hurt.
That hurt, yes. So yeah, not saying I deserve to win this game.
My nature heart is bleeding.
Yeah. Anyway, not saying I deserve to win this game. Certainly I played more than my fair share of mistakes. More mistakes than Evil Hungry did, for sure. But it's just, yeah, my complaint is the power that Burning Spears has. And yeah, I probably should have rooted them. There we go, there's the root.
That's what I wanted to say, yeah. The root is very late.
Getting the damage on my well with the eruption. I decided to make another Drake because I don't know what else to kill him with. Well, I think I need the DPS, right?
Yeah, makes sense.
And he's going to prevent my well repair, and I could root him again, but I don't have power. Or did I have power? I did have power, so that was my being bad, not rooting him. But yes, at this point the well is dead. There's literally nothing I can do. Because the spears just beat the crawlers, especially the wildfire. So he trades wells. But I still got tempo, right? So I could come back with a well kick. I'm trying to split units so I can make Twilight minions into Vile Blood at some point. But the Burning Spears are now at this base. So this base is dying too. There's just, there's no way, That's unfortunate timing. I'm not going to oink in time. Oh, I did oink in time. But
yeah,
this base still dies. Yeah, exactly.
Oh, here.
A monument is under attack.
Yep. And just the Burning Spears. They're just unstoppable. I don't know. Maybe I'm just being a whiner and it's stoppable, but that's how I feel.
I think you have to play more nature-like with them.
How is that?
More reactive and more better CCs, repair well in between, and yeah, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Deflecting the attack much earlier.
Now I want to say right now, I'm actually not lost. This is actually still a really good decision for me, as long as I take this well. I think that's the play. I take this well. This well is a problem, because if I defend his attack, then I'm great. But as we've just demonstrated over and over, I have no chance of defending the Burning Spears. So I should probably just start attacking. I don't know why he mode changed, but he gave me an opportunity to erupt. I don't have power to erupt more than that, and he's going to spawn a Burning Spears here and kill me. That's how this is going to go down.
Yeah, that's nasty. Spawning
right. Yeah, I can oink the Gladiatrix and focus the Gladiatrix. I think I might be a little too late. It wasn't too late. But the Burning Spears, yeah. So I think the play here actually would have been a really good play, and I could come back in the game, is to not take this well, take this well, as Radical pointed out, and then just defend this without having a well. Because if I can stop his tier 3, I still got a chance, right? If I just prevent him from taking any more wells and defend here, at some point the power levels will be such that I can go tier 3 and he can't, and maybe I'll be fine. But yeah. Any further thoughts, Triggz?
Yeah, that was a good route.
Yeah, but I just don't have enough power anymore, right?
But it's over.
Yeah, exactly.
By far. You could have surrendered now, but you have a lot of ambition.
That's a ranked game. I don't. I've seen so many games against Afro where it's like Afro is lost and he just doesn't surrender and somehow wins. So that was my thought process here. I thought, it's
Depends on the opponent.
what's that? Yeah, it depends on the opponent, exactly. I thought, he doesn't have a Frost Splash, right? So there's always the chance that I can make a crazy Vile Blood attack and kill his orb and suddenly come back in the game. So it's, yeah, it's very bad for me, but it's not unwinnable, right? Like, if Elo Hungry goes AFK for 2 minutes, I'll win.
If
Yeah, I mean, he won't, right? But there's games where you're lost so hard that your opponent goes AFK for 2 minutes and you still can't win. So if that's the case, right? If you can go AFK and still beat me, then yeah, I'm gonna quit, right?
yeah, the wildfire combos on the well is just
Yeah, exactly.
GG.
Especially with the Burning Spear, is just the chip damage you can't repair. I don't know. This is what I think actually is the I don't know if it's objectively the worst matchup for Fire Nature, but this is the matchup that I've lost the most recently. I've won probably no games against Pure Fire. There's a game, I quit. We got one more game for you to show, but yeah, just to finish my thought, I've been beating Stonekin, I've been beating Pure Frost, I've been beating Lost Souls, have not been beating Pure Fire. So could be just my playstyle, and if anybody's better than me and has some thoughts in the comments, then for sure I'd appreciate it. But my 2 cents right now is that certainly for my playstyle and maybe for everybody, Pure Fire is the hardest matchup for Fire Nature right now. Thoughts on that statement, Triggz?
Sorry, what did you say?
Oh, I'm saying I think Pure Fire is the hardest matchup for Fire Nature.
I don't play Twilight very often, but as far as I've seen the games, I can agree with you.
Okay, interesting. The other reason that I think Fire Nature is so difficult to play against Pure Fire is that Pure Fire can take more cards, right? And Fire Nature, I'm usually running 4 or 5 tier 1 cards, whereas Pure Fire can easily take 8 tier 1 cards. So Pure Fire can have the Scorched Earth, which can make a lot of difference in some tier 1 fights when you try to escape to tier 2. Pure Fire can take the Sunderer, which can be really strong in late tempo swings, and Pure Fire can take the Thugs, which can help you win midfield fights. So, as a Fire Nature player, I need to beat somebody without having those 3 cards. Or maybe I can take one of them, right? But I certainly can't take them all, just because Fire Nature has fewer deck slots. Which is the
Sure. Is that same matchup?
Yes, same matchup. So all 3 of these games, I'll put them in one video. They'll be, let's see, replays. Yeah, all these will be a Fire Nature player versus a Pure Fire player. Alright. I think I'm still recording. I am still recording. Ready, Triggz?
Yes.
Alright, howdy folks. Last game of this video, continuing our series of Fire Nature versus Pure Fire, and this time it is me versus Port.
Hello,
Triggz.
everyone.
Triggz is still on the call. Triggz, who do you think is going to win this matchup? Let's say, well, I guess, yeah. Who do you think is better? Say it on the call. Who do you think is better, me or Port?
Should I be really honest?
Yeah, be really honest.
Like, who is the Pure Fire player in this game?
Of course, I'm playing Fire Nature and Port's playing Pure Fire. But you know, let's say, obviously Port's going to win this because this is the video where I'm complaining about Fire Nature being bad against Pure Fire. It doesn't help my point to show a game where I beat Port. But yeah, I'm curious what you think. Who is the better player between the two of us? Port is higher ranked right now.
I think Port is better execution wise.
Okay. You mean better micro?
But you're better, yeah, micro.
Mm-hmm.
But I think you're better macro wise, strategy wise. So
That's a non-answer.
I think you're pretty even.
Okay. I don't think anyone's going to disagree that I am way better than most players on my skill level at strategy, way worse than most players on my skill level at micro.
Port knows very well his ins and outs of his Pure Fire
Yeah, exactly.
and perfectly executes his basic combos.
Yep, I agree. His micro is pretty good too, yeah. Yeah, so who do you think? You gotta pick one. Who thinks the better player?
I said you're even, so
Well, you can't say that one.
I
right?
don't.
Okay, fine. Put it this way. You gotta face one of us. $100 is on the line. Who would you rather play against?
Oh, I'd rather play Porsche for
Okay.
sure.
And why is that?
Just because I feel much more comfortable playing Pure Nature versus him
Okay.
than versus you. You'd always do like these weird plays and like all the time like something new that throws me off. And Port is very straightforward and meta based. You
Alright.
know exactly what he's gonna do.
All right.
Yes. That's I take Port for sure.
All right.
Which doesn't make you the better player though, don't get
Fair enough. Doesn't make me the better player. The same way that Port usually beating me 1v1 doesn't make him the better player necessarily, right? As we discussed, I
Yeah.
think this is just a really hard matchup for Fire Nature. I'm sure Radical doesn't agree. I'm sure Radical can beat Port in his sleep, but we're talking about rules for mortals, not for Radical.
Radical could beat me blindfolded probably. Only with sound.
You know, it's actually not the craziest thing, right? Because depending where you're on the map, the volume changes, and you can hear it out of the left and right ear. I would be curious. Like,
Don't think about it.
I'm not saying Radical could beat someone like us, but I bet you Radical could like beat a new player in PvP blindfolded. I bet you he could.
That would be a crazy challenge. We should hit him up and
I mean, I think I'll have to practice, right, to get used to how the sound sounds. But yeah, I played a Vile Blood. Port is taking this well, and Port has taken a greedy well. I think just a straight up bad well. And my Skyfire Drag lives with just a little bit of health. I'm gonna come hit this Enforcer. I think there's no possible way Port can defend this. I think that well was just way too greedy.
yeah, he went +1 and attacked at the same time. That's
Yes.
very bad.
And I out-traded him. You can see I've got a ton more tempo. I should probably play some more units, but I'm keeping my power back for spells.
I don't think. I'm not sure about the pathing.
The buffing.
The pathing your minions took.
The what?
You could have kicked the well already
If I did what?
if you just went directly for the well
Oh, I see.
instead of chasing the units and the white blood running around.
Okay.
Yeah, that's just like some small seconds.
Well,
you're
the thing
losing.
is, I don't like to bunch up against the wall, right? Because a wildfire wipes everything.
Yeah, but the white blood walked to the top and then down to the middle. It was a bit clunky.
You think Violet should have gone just straight for the middle?
Yeah, or straight for the top. But you went
Well,
down.
I couldn't stay at the top, right? Because he played 100 power of counters. So here we are. I kicked as well, but now his burning spears got to my base. And despite all my tempo, I'm just not gonna be able to kill him, right? Right, like there's just no possible way I can deal with this, right? Only thing I can do is go for a base trade again. I don't know. What could I do here, right?
I think you're very... You don't have patience there.
You think I have patience?
Took a bit more time.
Okay.
With your units.
And done what?
And you let the burning spears get to your back again.
Exactly. I let them get back to my base.
Yeah.
Exactly. And yeah, when they get to my base, they just die.
Yeah.
I should probably go first orb.
You lose that game, right?
I don't think I would have put it in the showcase if I didn't lose the game. Yes. I mean, I do have a ton of tempo, right? So I feel like I should be able to kick his base. I should turn this into Vile Blood and kick his orb. And this did live. No, it didn't die. It died. It died because of the stupid, you know what it is. Okay, there's no way I don't kill this orb, right? I gotta kill this orb. Where's my heal? Where's my heal? There we go. Okay. Actually, looking right now, I should win this, right? I'm tier 2 versus tier 1. It looks good. Looks really good for me. Burning spears are stupid if I'm not winning this right now.
Okay, I'm not sure about that route. You could have kited them.
You think I could have kited them? And done what?
Yeah, just run around.
The burning spears?
Just run around with the crawlers, yeah, the burning spears, and let the Skyfire attack the well.
Okay. Yeah, I decided.
It's just some small things.
Okay.
Don't wanna.
Yeah, well, I decided that I'm now scared about the burning spears again, so I should do something about it. And
no, that was a good route from you.
Which one? Oh, yeah, the burning spears.
Best. And an orb range, so the orb can attack.
Okay, Port is back to tier 2, and he's been up a well the whole time. So it is not looking good for me. My Skyfire is eruptible range, so I should probably heal it up a little bit. And again, Port has been up +1 the whole time, so I was not able to prevent him going from tier 2. Because I had to deal with that burning spear. I couldn't just like ignore it. I don't know, thoughts?
Yeah, you gotta... You're a little bit impatient.
Okay.
This game, I think.
A power well is under attack.
Yes. With your counter attacks.
Alright, so how do you propose I make my counterattacks then?
Maybe with the Borer, for example, the Enforcer got a hit off, a charge. You could have saved the Borer for the Skyfire heal and then attack together.
Okay.
It's just these small things. Yeah, and now the burning spears in your base, it's over.
Yeah, exactly. Burning spears on base, it's over, right? That's what I'm saying, right? That just...
But honestly, if you have crawlers and the orb attacks, can you beat a Ravaged burning spears?
You can beat it, but
DPS
not with the wildfire, right?
Yeah. But without a wildfire, you could.
I mean, if they're both ravaged.
Or can you? Can you?
What do you mean? Without a wildfire, sure, but I mean, of course, there's gonna be wildfire.
Like, what I'm asking is, does the Ravage heal more than you deal damage?
No, it
with
doesn't.
The crawlers.
No. Crawler deals enough damage to kill. Crawlers do 1500 damage. And Ravage is, how much is it? Like 95? 45 times 20. Or it does 950, right? So, Crawlers will do 50% more than Ravage heals. But you can see I'm down to 0 wells, because just when the when the spears get to my base, it's over. I don't know. So I've got to kill his orb. If I don't kill his orb, then it's pointless. And even if I kill his orb, it's probably lost. But I'm gonna finish out the attempt at killing his orb. But you can see I've got I'm living on straight up void power, and he's getting an extra 2 power per 2 seconds. And there we go. There's the game. So if you guys like this showcase of me losing and Triggz losing, both of us had some embarrassing moments in this one, Triggz.
Yeah, exactly.
There's my thoughts about burning spears. So again, really looking forward if anybody has thoughts about how to counter burning spears. But yeah, my problem is that because you take out Scythe Fiends and you plays with crawlers, the Scythe Fiends can kill the burning spears. So in some of my decks, I actually keep the Scythe Fiends back in there to deal with burning spears. But it feels like a kind of, you know, bad move to play the Scythe Fiends just for one matchup. But that's kind of where I'm coming down in, right? Is that almost all my losses at this point are against Pure Fire. So maybe that's the move. I just need to put the Scythe Fiends back in and suck at.
Well, are the Fiends bad in any other matchup compared to the crawlers?
Well, the main thing is if you take crawlers, that lets you save a spot in tier 3 because you don't need Giant Slayer, right? Because you can go crawler into Nightshade Plant.
Yeah.
Whereas if you take Scythe Fiends instead of crawlers, then you still need to play like a Giant Slayer to have a fast unit in tier 3, right?
I see.
So if I play Scythe Fiends, then my tier 3 is probably going to be Giant Slayer Mutating Maniac, or maybe Mutating Maniac Nightshade Plant, or maybe I just give up another tier 1 spot. But that's where I'm kind of coming down in, right? Is that it makes all the other matchups worse if I take the crawlers instead of Scythe Fiends, just because of the tier 3 situation, right?
I see, but maybe it's worth sacrificing tier 3 for, since only 1 out of 10 games goes tier 3.
Well, yeah, it depends on the meta a lot, right?
Yeah.
But anyway, these are the games. Hope you guys enjoyed. And again, if you have advice about handling the burning spears, I'm all ears. Or if you guys have replays of a well-executed Fire Nature versus Pure Fire, my replays are my DMs are always open. Send me those replays. Thank you guys for watching, and give Triggz a thank you for co-casting.